Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About Lego this Labor Day. Happy Labor Day, everybody.
Yeah, happy Labor Day.
I was like, this Memorial. No, it's not that one. I had to, my computer
They're all
brain
the
glitch.
same.
Yeah,
All
happy holiday, I guess, right?
Yeah. For those of you that didn't have to work.
Right, yes, exactly. For those of you who did, well, for everybody, really. We're happy you're here. So happy Monday. I'm excited about this topic. We're going to do some creator stuff, kind of a more open-ended thing, kind of not a specific theme in the sense that it's not like got factions or anything. It's just kind of everything.
No, but you were saying earlier that it's almost like it's like a backbone theme for Lego.
Yeah. I think what I had mentioned earlier is it kind of kept, in my opinion, I think it was one of the best themes available in the time of like Jack Stone and Galador, where things were just really going downhill. Creator was still pretty solid. So I feel like it kind of held Lego up a little bit. And then just consistency. It's been the most consistent theme of pretty much putting out, decent, interesting, fun builds. And the most true to Lego because of the alternative builds. That was Lego's core before Creator even showed up, was the alternative build on boxes. And now it's the core of Creator is the 3-in-1, right? So keeping that alive.
The 3-in-1 $100 set.
Exactly.
Is wonderful. Going through, so Jason had given me a list of, his top picks. Obviously some of his top picks were my top picks. So I picked a few, he picked a few, and there was a lot that I wanted to add, but I couldn't. There was just not enough time to even talk about it. But I do have some honorable mentions that I will mention sometime in the video. Before we jump in, we have a few comments. I want to get to those first, and then we're going to talk about that Viking Village that's coming out, which is so great.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get on that.
Retro Space Coats.
Yeah, he changed his name because he's doing a ton of space builds. And I actually like it better. It's a little more unique. Retro Space Coats.
Right? Yeah. Yes, dudes. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It's midnight here in the UK, but it's never too late for the greatest show on YouTube.
Whoa. Greatest show on YouTube. We're gaining in status.
Alternate candidate is in here waving. Fig Time. Andrew Allburn. Jose is in here.
Hey.
Peter N is saying hello. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
Thanks for joining. Let's jump into this first thing. We got to talk about this right now, Jason. Yeah. This thing here is
10 out of 10.
Exceeding everyone's expectations, I think. Especially for the price.
Yeah, for the most part. I did a little reel on Instagram about it. Most of the comments were positive. I had a couple people say some things about it, but that's with anything that Lego does. So, we've been those guys on certain things as well. But for the most part, from where I'm coming from and looking at this, I really, it's a 10 out of 10. It's everything I was hoping it would be. So, actually, it's better than I thought it might be.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I was telling you earlier, I'm gonna budget for 2 of these.
Yeah.
I have to have 2 of them. I think that I'm sure that there's probably going to be some alternate builds on this where you could just take the same parts, build some different buildings.
Yeah.
And have a nice variation to it.
Well, there's enough value to get 2 because of the printed stuff, right? Like
the printed stuff, the cost versus the part count. It's a no-brainer. Lego currently has this on their website on pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost did the pre-order just the other day, but
yeah, same. I was looking at it. I was like, oh man.
I have 2 of the Viking ship.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 2 of them is going to be really, really good to get, especially with these minifigs here.
Yeah.
We
have a compromise.
Dang, man. They've even got the boot prints on the legs, everything.
Oh,
top to bottom.
No, people were like, people were saying, there were a couple people in there saying, oh, this is just the same stuff and this and that. And I was like, dude, these are all every single leg print. That's the biggest pet peeve Lego fans, especially adult fans, have with especially like the Star Wars and licensed ones is non-printed legs. Everybody freaks out that their legs aren't printed, which I'm not that, like, I don't care as much. But the fact that all 4 of these have unique prints on their legs is it's insane. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's killer. It's killer. I can't wait. I can't wait to get these. I know that they are slightly different prints from the Viking ship, but
yeah. So as far as I can tell, the 2 in the center are the Viking ship ones, and the 2 on the ends are brand new prints for this set. And then what changes the ones from the Viking ship are the leg prints, because the legs. I don't think the Viking ship had leg prints on it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me go through a couple of comments here real quick. Intense is in here. Good evening. Hey. Yeah, he's saying 4 new leg prints is fantastic. And 2 torso prints. Mm-hmm. Henry the Horse is in here from Europe, and he's saying sadly it's 187 in Europe.
Dude, in Canada or
England,
there was in Canada it's high too.
Why is that? I wonder.
I don't know, dude. Like Australia and a couple other places, it's not even the conversion rate that they're doing that with. They're actually charging more, because if you break the conversion rate down on the money, it actually comes out to base price is actually still more in certain countries. It's really weird.
That's weird.
Taz, yeah.
You know what I think it is? I think it's because they did the Viking show.
What?
They did the Viking show, and it was probably
tax.
it was probably the most famous here in the States.
Yeah. No, here's the thing though, Andrew. It's not just the Viking for it. It's almost every Lego set. They do that. They charge more in other countries for it. Just across the board. It's bizarre.
Well, you do have to take into consideration though that the US probably built Lego.
Yeah, I mean it has been for a very long time.
You got a lot of builders and collectors in Europe, but I mean, there's kids over here. I'm 41 years old. And I've been messing around with Lego since I was 5.
I mean, no doubt. I mean, America even has its own exclusives, like the Dark Forest, stuff like that. So there's no doubt that America has been one of Lego's biggest markets, for sure. I don't see why necessarily they would keep prices lower for Americans, though, opposed to anything else.
I know, but I mean, that's a substantial difference in price.
That's like insanely different.
I know. So,
I don't know, man.
Somebody with loads of cash and the patience could make $10 a set here in the States.
Right.
And save a lot of people money.
Yeah. That's true.
Something I did want to point out really quick. Intense is in here. He's watching. I don't know if you guys have been following him recently, but he's got the Coliseum like stadium type thing built on his table, like big castle layout.
I left a comment on his photo recently.
Yeah,
about
that thing is gnarly.
It's fantastic.
Holy crap! Intense. I'm probably gonna have to come down there to Georgia and see that in person eventually, man. So if you're still in here, you should definitely give me the invite to come to your house.
Yeah. No, he actually. I know he's had is it the Brothers? Not the Brothers Brick. Who's it? The
Beyond Brick.
Beyond the Brick was there. Yeah. I feel like he's had a few people come and check his stuff out, so he'd probably be open.
Yeah, I mean the photos are one thing, right? And the videos are another thing. But like all the recent additions that he's had to it is just phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, his layout eats my castle for breakfast. Now I've dedicated everything to a castle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, my castle's bigger, but his layout is bigger and way more intense.
It's why it's intense bricks, man.
Yeah. So if any of you guys don't follow him on Instagram, I suggest you do so and check out that castle layout. There's videos on YouTube. There's stuff everywhere.
Well, it's like, the city A-fold people who have their basement with a giant city in the middle. You're in, Andrew. He said, "Come on down."
I see that. Yeah, I'll do that sometime this fall, before winter, before Christmas. That'd be fun.
But yeah, he's done what I wanted to do. Like, if I was gonna do, I would never do a city. I just won't, probably, unless I had like every minute of every day and all the money in the world. But then I could add that. But he's done what I would do if I was doing a city. It would be a castle city. Like, and he's built the whole farms and all of it, just like these Lego city people do their big tabletop things with the trains and all that going through, which is really cool. He just took it all and made it castle.
I know. So for every castle fan from childhood up, he is doing what every castle fan has wanted to do since the age of like 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Absolutely. So yeah, go check him out. Shout out Intense Bricks. I think it's Intense Bricks on Instagram, right?
Yeah, it's Intense Bricks. GA hype. Yep.
Yeah.
Got some builders down there in Georgia.
For sure.
Here in Tennessee, man.
Someone mentioned this, jumping back to the Viking Fortress or Viking Village. Someone mentioned that this could potentially have a lot of really useful pieces to build Edoras from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, dude.
I think 2 of them, like you were just going to get 2 of them. I think 2 of them would give you pretty much everything you need to build the Golden Hall.
I mean, if you were going to do it, you might as well get 4.
Well, okay. But what's cool is these are the right pieces to build Rohan architecture or the Golden Hall, right? Like,
yeah,
pretty cool. So it's a fun idea.
Yeah, Andrew Alburn said Alt Brick Co. Had an interview. Yeah, I remember when they went over there too.
Okay, so yeah, you had a couple.
And he says, "Yeah, I was a Castle fan at 5 years old, wanting this room."
There you go, man.
I think we all were, man. I mean, I'm working on it, but I'm so damn busy with like the 2 primary jobs that I do that I just haven't had time to even mess with it. I'm more worried about the backlog of Lego that I haven't purchased. Right now.
It's starting to stack up, man.
It's stacking up on me quick, man. Stacking up on me quick.
You don't want to let it go discontinue because then it's so expensive.
I know. All right, so let's jump into these creator sets. I have a lot of points that I want to bring to video and out to everyone. Just my 2 cents, my thoughts. I mean, I know my thoughts are pretty amazing sometimes.
Sometimes, like 50%, 60% of the time. No.
All right, so Jason had picked a few here, and I've some of them are kind of meh to me. Yeah. But Jason's picks, this was one of Jason's picks. So I'm going to let Jason.
No, dude. I mean, Lighthouse. Can't say more about it. It's cool. I like Lighthouse. I live on the Pacific Northwest, so we have Lighthouse on our coast.
Yeah, so you've got a connection, a symbolic connection, probably to your childhood. Yeah.
Instantly. This is what I grew up with. So this means a lot to me. I actually bought this set for my mom. She really loves it.
That's cool. I had the same thing happen when the John Deere came out. Because I'm originally from Indiana,
exactly.
Farmed like as far as the eye can see, right?
Right. Right. So this is why that one really spoke to me. I've always kind of been fascinated with lighthouses because I grew up around them. And I do like the look of it. It's a nice little build. It's got a lot of water features and things like that around it. And I think the alt builds, I can't remember what they were, but I remember thinking all 3 builds were pretty solid. So yeah,
I didn't throw any of the alt builds on any of these. We're just talking about the main set.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So yeah, I don't know. There was just something about this set that I really just enjoy. I just like the look of it, and a lighthouse is pretty fun. And Lego doesn't do. I think this was also the first like official, like good looking lighthouse that Lego had done that you could put in your city, because they didn't do one for city for a long time. I don't even know if they have done one for city.
I mean, I want to say that there was something that was like.
There were some weird, funky little like police, Coast Guard style lighthouse rescue.
Coastal Guard set rescue. Yeah, something like that.
But no, this just caught my eye. I just like it. I like the color scheme. It's very classic, like the red and white striped lighthouse. So there you go, man. That's why I picked that one.
Yeah, these creator sets are great fillers for a lot of large scale displays, I guess you would say.
City, like a lot of city tables.
Which is what one of my points that I wanted to bring up, and I will continue that here a little later. And then you pick this one here.
Yeah. Dude, so this one's really interesting. This one reminded me of the Johnny Thunder plane from Dino Island. It's almost the exact same build.
This reminds me of Tailspin.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, again, so when this came out, there wasn't a whole lot going on in the Lego realm of like adventure type stuff or anything like that. There are no pirates. I guess we still don't really technically have pirates, but it came with a little treasure map, a little island, palm trees. I don't know. It's just there's something about this. I actually did pick this one up and built it, and I really enjoyed it. It kind of just had this adventurer's like undertone, and especially in the little guy with the little bottle, the pick, the shovels, the little parrot, like everything about it. It was almost like
it just hit the spot.
Just from it was like a echo of adventurers, right? Kind of like just echoing into creator a little bit, and I was like, I'll give it a shot, and I enjoyed the build a lot. So that's all. And you're looking at all the other ones around this time. This one stood out to me as opposed to some of the other ones. A lot of cars, right? A lot of little trucks and cars and little, a little backhoe or whatever they're doing with creator. This one had a story, and that's why it spoke to me. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it as far as, just like an average set. I mean, it doesn't really jump out to me. I'm not going to lose sleep if I never own it. I don't. Sure. It just doesn't.
No, but I think, again, it's looking at what's around. We got a lot of like little like buildings like that are very basic little buildings and stuff like that. And so this one was again, it just kind of had a more of a draw for me. So. But yeah, no, it's not like a must-have, I guess.
Got a few comments here. I wanted to jump into. Andrew Auburn asked, "Did either of you get the motorized lighthouse?" No. I have an interesting story for that.
I'd love to. I want it.
Yeah, it's a very cool set. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a sign on the building that says Aurora.
Oh, I think it's a boat named Aurora.
Well, there's a little plaque. I think it's on the little tiny building or something like that. And when it came out, we were kind of teeter-tottering on. We didn't know whether we were going to have a girl or a boy.
Nice.
So I thought, okay, if it's a girl, we're going to name her Aurora, and we're going to buy this.
Yeah. That'll be her set. Right?
Yeah. And we found out that we were going to have a little Viking, little Viking boy.
Yeah.
And I just said no to the lighthouse. So that was kind of my thing with that.
I'll give the lighthouse is creator sets as fillers is a perfect description. Yeah, they're because what's cool now, they didn't always do this, but what's cool now is they fill a lot of themes too. It's not just city. Yes. Now they're filler for a lot of different
stuff. A lot of stuff is going on.
Yeah, but if I had money, time, and all the resources, that lighthouse, the big electrical whatever lighthouse, the new one, I would grab it. It's a very cool set.
Minifig Collector said Lego Police Lighthouse Capture.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean,
I remember seeing some kind of a lighthouse somewhere, but it wasn't like specifically a lighthouse.
If I wanted to put a lighthouse in a display, though, would I want the creator one we just looked at, or would I want this funky police capture?
You would probably want the creator one, and I could think of somebody that would probably use it before you, and that would be Chorange.
I know, dude. When I was saying growing up with lighthouses, in my brain, I'm thinking Maine. Maine has even more than we do up in Washington, and that's totally Chorange would totally go for that. What was the name of that set? The Police Lighthouse Rescue, or?
Police Lighthouse Capture 60274. And that was from Minifig Collector. Luis says he wanted to rebuild this plane in red. That'd probably look nice if it was all red.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, the Dino one is tan and red, so that would be really fun. So the lighthouse one we're talking about with the police one is those cylinder, the cylinders, the cylinder pieces that come on like the exploring spaceships.
Yep.
For their like telescope. That's the size of the base of that. So it's like this tall. Yeah, so it is a lighthouse. That is a fair point. It's a lighthouse in Lego City, but it's really just a beacon on like a little pier. It's not like an actual lighthouse. So, but yeah, thanks for pointing that out, though. I knew there was at least one somewhere.
Right. So me and Jason obviously both agree on this one being a top pick.
Here's the thing. This isn't just a good creator set. This is a good pirate set, and it's not just a good pirate ship. It's better than some of the other pirate ships they've done, in my opinion.
Right.
It's really good. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed the heck out of this set.
Yeah. Did you go sailing in the backyard?
Maybe. I can't really disclose that information, but
I have this. I haven't built it yet. It's up here in my unbuilt backlog.
Okay.
I haven't even opened it, but I have it.
You got to build it, man.
I like the captain's coat.
Oh, great minifig. Yeah.
It's like the blue and whatnot. It looks real nice.
Got the belt, the sash, the sword belt over it and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's loving it. Jose's saying I would replace the white parts with cloth. Yeah.
Sure.
Same.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that with my Viking ships as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's another one that I want to recolor, but in Armada colors. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd
be fun. Yeah, it doesn't. There is a certain amount to that ship's design that has a bit of a Spanish Armada shape to it.
Yeah. Peter Inn said I actually left the skull off and made it into a merchant ship. That was the only one that was since we only have 2 in the entire Pirates theme. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I would probably guess that the bulk of ships in this era were probably merchant ships.
Merchant ships, yeah.
Some warships and a couple pirate ships.
Yeah, I mean, during the triangular trade, I mean, most of that was just merchant ships.
Yeah.
All back and forth, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, making a couple more merchant ships.
This is definitely a top-notch creator set for sure. One of my favorite parts that comes in this are those tan cords.
Yeah.
Dude. And I don't think they're tan. I think they're like nougat or whatever.
Yeah, they're nougat.
I found somebody on Bricklink that had like 70 of those things, and I bought every damn one of them because they're so usable. Like when you're doing like a tree, and you can like wrap them around, you know, and blend that color into the tree base and whatnot.
Sure, yeah, it's a good.
Root systems, that kind of thing. Kind of like how they did it with the bonsai tree.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I mean, it just looks so good, and I mean, you know, you get them in that nougat color. You can get them in the brown.
Well, it's cool because it works as a rope too. If you wanted it to.
I mean, but can you imagine what it would look like if, say, you took 2 or 3 of those really long ones and you braided them? You literally braided it and then made it into an arch. Yeah. I mean, now you're talking about like detailed work that would be like in Rivendell.
Right.
It's officially a Lego piece, you know?
Right. That's cool. Yeah. It's a pretty interesting part.
Yeah, it's a very interesting part. I love that piece. I've got tons of them.
Cool.
Love it.
No, this is a top-notch creator set. One of the best creator sets I think they've ever done.
By far. Yeah.
Definitely, hands down, a good time.
All right, let's move on here to another one of these little weird Jason picks. Right,
the houseboat, man. See, the reason dude, it's not that it's necessarily the best creator set of all time, but it's a story. It's very unique. The only Lego houseboat set that's ever been made. Like, I think that's kind of cool. It's a little houseboat. Like, I don't know. Like, there's something charming about it. Again, it's I live on the coast, so I know people who have lived in houseboats. So, again, it speaks to me and my childhood, my upbringing, and all of that. Not that I live on the coast, but I live in a state that has a lot of coastline.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. There's something about it. Again, I bought my mom this set, right? So that might be another thing. Like a couple of these sets I just bought my mom. She really loves them. But yeah, the alligator's hilarious, honestly, in this too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jason, is the alligator your favorite part?
It might be, dude. I hate brick built animals.
I do too. They are so cringe.
That's rough, dude. The alligator, I give it yeah, that's a rough one. But yeah, I don't know, man. The little houseboat's a fun time. Again, there's a story going on here. I like the pelican. Actually, the pelican's a pretty clever build, even if it's a brick built build.
It looks like a pelican.
It does look like a pelican. I gotta give him that.
Right.
No, yeah, not too much to say about it other than that. It caught my eye. It's a unique set, and there's a little bit of a story going on with it. So, I mean, could be in the Florida, right, with all the alligators floating around in your little houseboat.
Brackish water in the rivers that come off the Gulf or whatever. Yeah, for sure.
I think the box art even kind of suggests that. It's a little less. It's not so much coastline or river. It looks more like it's kind of in a swampy area.
Yeah,
on the box. Yeah. So no, just a fun one. I just like it.
Generaltron bricks. That door bringing back the basic set vibes, and that was one of my points.
Yeah.
With this, the whole creator theme is the closest thing to classic Lego that we've got. Like if you look at the Viking ship, the medieval castle, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. Yeah. These are all sets that I could have seen being sold in the early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah, parts usage is more linear building from the ground up. It's not get too wild with Technic pins holding wings on licensed Star Wars ships or nothing. It's very boots on the ground, like Lego building.
Right. This is interesting. Spacer Nate says MacGyver lived in a houseboat. Enough said.
There you go. Hey, I mean, MacGyver. There you go. That's fun, actually. I was gonna say something else about this. I can't remember. Oh, going back to Lego Basic was an actual theme. It was called Lego Basic, and it was it was Creator. Yeah, you know about it. It was a Creator theme before Creator was a theme. It was the '90s version of Creator, and then there was Lego Freestyle, which was also built off of Basic. Like they were all very within the same kind of universe time frame, and then after that, not too long after that, it developed into Lego Creator as the theme we know today. So yeah, that's just some fun little history about it. I can't remember the exact dates when all that, but it's 90s was Lego Basic, Lego Freestyle, and Creator came after that. So, but no, that door is good. I love that door, dude. The little 4-panel window door thing.
Yeah. You know what I use those for? I picked the ugliest color frame that door fits in, and I use that as ground support when I'm building something up.
Yeah. Well, actually, that actually works really well.
Yeah, and the old jail cell door, which is a 6 wide and one more higher. Yeah, I think it's like 6 studs wide by 6 tall, and those are 5.
I think it's 8 tall.
Is
it jail doors?
I can't remember.
I think they're 8. Yeah, they're big.
Yeah,
like the ones that came on like.
Yeah, they're
like
big.
Wild West sets and stuff.
Or the Pirates sets.
Oh, yeah, Pirates, yeah.
King's Mountain Fortress had one.
Right. Yeah, I think they're 8 high and 6 wide. They're big old doors.
Hell, even the Knights Stronghold had one, I think.
I think you're right, yeah. Yeah, did it on the back?
Yeah, on the back side, on the right-hand side if you're looking at the front.
It may have, actually. I think you might be right.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
I think you can see it through the window, even in the front-facing photo.
Yeah. Henry the Horse is saying it's 8. Yeah, I couldn't remember. It's been a while. Most of mine are under the castle right now. And probably will stay there for a while.
So all the old gray you don't care about frames.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. Moving on to Medieval Castle. We obviously all had a little salty taste in our mouth when this came out, but looking back now, this is it looks like it came out of the early 90s.
Sure. Yeah, I remember. Oh man, 2 years ago now? We ripped this one a new one. Pretty.
Oh yeah, I shit all over it.
I kind of was trying to be a little bit more moderate about it, but you and I, we both had some things. We had some words about this castle.
Yeah, but I mean, looking at it now, it's kind of cool. It still has that classic castle vibe going on. Simple parts.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
And you know what? You know what's cool? What one of the coolest byproducts of this castle is people buying 4 two of these things and making some quite fascinating and very interesting castle builds.
Yeah,
that blew up all over the internet.
Oh yeah, they were everywhere.
Yeah,
and I mean, I wanted to do the same thing.
Yeah,
but I just didn't have the time.
Right.
And I was like, I only need so many of these. I think I have 2 of these castles. I can't remember, but I didn't get any more than 2.
And somebody I know around here gave me a 3rd one, except for no minifigs. But I got, which is sad because I wanted 2 more Falcons. But yeah, so I have the parts of 3 of these castles, but I haven't built one of the. I haven't found the instructions yet for the 3. The one that takes all 3 of them to do, but I think it'll be fun once I get the time to put that together, or maybe do my own. Like, that's the thing, it really spurred a lot of castle creativity, and I think this was a good spark to bring appreciation of Lego Castle back to life.
Yeah, it was for sure.
So
minifig collector loves the dragon.
Dude, get out of here. These brick-built dragons.
Okay. Intense is saying it's a wonderful set. Just a shame about the pirate minifig.
Oh, see, and that
was one of our many problems.
Personally insulted by that.
I felt personally insulted by the pirate minifig.
My buddy loves brick-built, but almost more than molded animals. So, to each their own.
Right.
No, but we will make fun of you a little bit if you're liking them brick-built animals. Just fair warning.
Brickspace 9, the mini alt builds on Rebrickable to speak for itself. Yeah.
Exactly what I'm saying. Yep. Yeah, just go check it out. I think you can even type in the set number on Rebrickable, and it'll pull up every single one based on this castle.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
I mean, overall, it's a pretty cool build. I really like the olive green that they brought into this.
Okay,
that's a nice touch. I love that color. It doesn't come in very many parts, though.
Yeah, you know what I found out also doesn't come in very many parts? Dark blue.
Yeah, dark blue is also very hard to get. Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with dark blue.
They do have the standard 45 roof in pretty much all of the 4, the 3, the 8s, the 2, the 1, the corners, the inverted corners, the outfacing corners.
That's
what I'm saying. And then they've got the 3 tall corners and double wides and single wides, which is what I chose for my roof on my castle. And that's the reason I did it, because they came in all those colors and all those colors were required. I would have liked to have done that in black. I think it would have looked really cool on my castle in black, like the old classic was. The only problem is, for some damn reason, that black corner piece that's three bricks high is like $1.86 a piece on Bricklink, and I needed like 85 of them.
Even though it came on like every castle for like 20 years.
I don't understand. I mean, the only set I think that you can get them on that is recent is the Haunted Mansion. There's quite a few on the Haunted Mansion.
Which comes with, like 20 or 12 or something like that. There's a lot.
I mean, it's a substantial. But I've got my Haunted Mansion built, and that's not something that I'm wanting to take apart.
No.
So I was just gonna have to buy them separate. So I have like a tub of blue or roof pieces.
Yeah, dark blue. No, I think your dark blue adds a nice pop of color to the castle you're building.
I liked it because it had the blue here.
Yeah, and then
it works. It's okay.
Yeah, and a final thought on dark blue. It's an accent piece. Lego uses it on a lot of random accent things.
Yeah,
but doesn't really provide bulk dark blue. So anyway, overall, Lego Creator Castle still up there in the top 10, top 12.
I would say, definitely.
It's castle still, man.
It's still castle.
You even still got
and there's no horses. I mean, how stupid is that?
Not even a brick-built horse.
I don't want a brick-built horse.
We'd probably be more angry if they had included a brick-built horse than just not including one.
That would have pissed me off.
I can't believe how, dude, for the amount we already kind of shredded it, when it did come out, like imagine if it had a brick built horse, dude. Like that might have been the last straw.
It would have been bad. It would have been real bad, dude, for sure. Hang on here. I got to add one more here to our slides out. All right, let's talk about this guy.
Yeah.
Viking ship and Midgard serpent.
Yeah, this one's really cool. I like that they brought
very cool.
Bright, like
Speaking
Vikings
of the navy blue, the dark blue.
Yeah, see accent. Yeah, so weird pieces. They're all weird pieces.
Bunch of weird stuff that you can't use for any damn thing else.
I've got like a corner piece angle, 70 degrees something.
Do they make that big wing looking piece in brown, reddish brown? Does anybody know?
They make a similar piece. I don't know if they've. I feel like they probably did at one point, but
I think you could probably modify this and just get rid of that blue and that yellow in there and just make it all brown. Maybe incorporate a little bit of black.
I don't mind the yellow on the head and the tail.
No, but that on the side with all the. I mean, if we're gonna sit that next to the Viking Village, which I think we're gonna see a lot of posts like that coming up soon.
Yeah.
I think that the ship needs to be changed just a little bit.
I think so. Yeah. You could maybe even use parts from the old 2008? Like, you know, for maybe some of the swap out the shields with those nice printed ones from that theme.
Yeah.
Maybe use some parts and some of the like the little printed Viking rune tile type things and stuff. Maybe add some of that decorative instead of this blue and yellow, probably.
Right. I'm thinking that there's going to be a lot of people wanting to buy a lot of those Viking shields if they ever hit the bricks and pieces.
Dude, I'd love a nice.
I don't know the part count that's coming with this set, but I can guarantee you it's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
For people.
Oh, on the village.
Yeah, the village set.
Yeah,
with the printed shields.
I think it's 3 to 4. So yeah, it's not a whole lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one I don't like this one as much as Pirate Ship. I like the time era maybe more than Pirates. I'm not sure, but the Pirate Ship I think hit the mark a little better with what it was representing. Either way, this is still a really good set. But yeah, brick built cow. The serpent actually works pretty well. I don't mind something like that in brick built as much because obviously you kind of have to build it in bricks because it's so big. But I guess the biggest thing to take away from Creator, especially when you're doing like historical themes or ships, they're not going to be making a lot of cloth parts and things like that. They add these things. They build the sails out of bricks because you use those parts for the other builds. And like end of the day, it's a Creator set still. It's not a Viking theme. It's not a pirate theme. It's a Creator set that's emulating pirates and Vikings. So
yeah, but there's still some Vikings on that boat.
There's a nice and you know what's cool about the Viking ship here is her like Valkyrie helmet with the wings and that golden braid or the blonde braid. That only comes on this set. That's only the Viking ship. So you're not going to get that with the Viking Village. So you kind of, might want to consider getting both of these.
It's probably a little bit more fantasy.
It is, but I mean, I would say that Vikings in the Lego world as a whole lean closer to the fantasy side of things.
Oh, yeah.
So, you can see that with the horned helmets, right? That everybody complains about, like, to no end. I understand. Yeah. I understand it's not accurate, but
okay. I have two of
fantasy,
these,
right? Like,
I have two of these. I haven't built either one. I do plan on getting the village, and at that time, I'll probably build at least one just to get them together.
For sure.
So I'm eager to see how it's constructed and put it together and see it myself in person.
I've got to mess around with it. I didn't build it either. I don't own it, but my buddy built it, and so I looked at it when I was over at his place and kind of got a feel for what it's like. And it is a nice build, for sure. So good 4 minifigs. So if you get this and even just one ship and one Viking village, you're gonna have 8. Really actually quite nice looking Viking figures.
Yeah, and then the CMF that came out, which is really nice.
That is one of the best CMFs of all time is that Viking, the orange bearded Viking.
Yeah, I only have 5 of them.
I think that's 3, 4, maybe. Yeah. They are.
And they're expensive now too. Very expensive.
Well, that helmet, the shield. He comes with his own special shield.
So awesome.
It's good.
Yeah, I want to say that helmet. It's right. It comes in the new Viking Village without the gold print on the front.
Mm-hmm.
So
pretty cool.
Village there, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like. I was gonna say earlier, there's a compromise because they do still include the funky horn helmets, but they at least put one in. Like there is an historically accurate one here that you can put on one of the figs, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
Indeed.
yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they like the pirate ship better. Intense really likes it. There's a few people that really like it, but they're saying the pirate ship is definitely better.
Here's the thing. Okay. I'm not even saying the pirate ship is better in the sense, like, I'm saying it was a better pirate ship. Like, so I guess what I'm saying is it created a better version of what it was trying to do in its theme, right? So the creator castles, okay, it hit the mark mostly. Pirate ship, creator pirate ship, pretty much dead center. Viking ship, maybe not as close, maybe not as quite as a nice build as the pirate ship, but yeah, they're all in different themes, so I kind of judge them to their theme they kind of end up in. So
yeah. All right, cool, man. Well, we've got another one of these weird picks.
What?
We got another one of these weird picks from you,
dude. It's divers, bro. You don't like divers?
I do like divers, but that brick built octopus makes my stomach uneasy.
That's funny because like that, I was actually fairly impressed by that build.
Really?
It's one of the better, in my opinion, one of the better brick built animals. So yeah, I actually, what's hilarious about this set? I ordered it to like fill a quota, so I got like the free gift or whatever. So I had like the main set, and I was like, I put this one on top to fill it out to get the gift with purchase. But that part of the set, Lego actually doubled. So I have 2 of these now. And like they gave me like 2 of the little parts bags. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
You have 2 of the set?
I have 2 of the set now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna send me one?
Well, you don't like the octopus.
I really don't.
Why would I send you one?
I don't know.
You're just like parts. No, I thought it was cool. Again, it tells a story and it relates. I think that's the running theme for most of the what you call the weird picks that I threw in here. It's that it either relates to a theme that I really loved. So like you got the little diver, you got the little skelly diver that looks a lot like the old divers. And you got the diver submarine, and then you got octopus, whatever. It's still a decent build in my opinion as far as brick built go. But again, it relates to the divers from back in the day. For me, that comes in, and then the plane looked like the Johnny Thunder plane.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's something there. There's always there's a reason why these kind of drew my eye. But yeah, anyway, that's it. That's a fun. I think it's a cool set. It's got a lot of fun parts.
So before we jump into these next couple ones, I wanted to bring up a point of I know that I had already said they're great filler sets.
Yeah.
Okay. But one of them particularly, well, 2. I'll mention 2. If you really go back through Creator and look, like if you wanted to create the ultimate family weekend campground environment on a lake, right? Creator provides all those sets to you.
I think I know where we're going with this.
Yeah. So campers, pickup trucks, boats, pull behind campers, all different kinds of buses and boats and all kinds of stuff, right?
Yep.
So that's wonderful. Like, so there's like, I think I counted like 7, 8, 9 sets in Creator by itself that was like family oriented, cabin in the woods type vibe, weekend at the lake kind of thing. Yeah. Which is really, really, really cool, right? The second one that is really big in Creator is the beach surfer vibe.
Yes.
Like you got surf house, you got the beach house, you got the surfer, you got the surfer's van, you got.
They even have the beach shower dressing room.
Yeah,
thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, so like if you really wanted to fill out your beach scene in your city, Creator provides that to you.
Absolutely.
And just a ton of little sets, just a ton of them.
Yeah.
You know, great little things that you add to your, you know, your city modular builds. You know, you got a lot of these little modular buildings in Creator, and there's a heavy beach vibe, there's a heavy wilderness lake vibe that you can go either way. You can have both. If you got both in your city, you can fill them out, and it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
My third one that I actually brought into the live was filling out your amusement parks.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Dude.
I love this set right here. I love this set.
I wasn't sure if you would or not. Yeah. I actually do think it's a really good set.
So with all your big coasters, right? Then you got the little coasters for like the kids. And then, you know, you got all the little Creator modular building, you know, hot dogs, hamburgers, little coffee carts. I mean, literally Creator can fill out your amusement park with these kinds of things. And I absolutely love these.
Well, and look at I like also the small builds that come with these too. See the little quarter arcade style, you know, mini ride on the side there.
That's got a baby Benny riding that little rocket.
Yeah. Which is crazy that he's showing up in an actual set now.
Yeah.
You know? That's pretty awesome. No, you're right. I think those are three really, really good points about the Creator theme. And the amusement park stuff is phenomenal. It's like it's like, man, if I had a city and I really like had gotten on that train earlier, these would be like must-haves for me, 100%.
Well, I mean, it's not even that you have to have a city. Like, you know, I mean, who didn't play, you know, the roller coaster or the theme park building game? Right.
Tycoon, roller coaster tycoon.
Yeah, roller coaster tycoon, right?
Yeah.
Who didn't play that like in the late 90s? Everybody did.
Played it,
right?
Yeah.
And if you could bring that into Lego, right?
Yeah.
And say you like city, you like the city vibe or whatever, you don't have to have a city. You just build an amusement park.
That's fair.
Right?
And
there's enough stuff that you could add that you could have an intense table size build of an amusement park with all the big coasters, all the little shops, all the little coasters for kids. You could build extra rides yourself.
Food trucks, all the food trucks.
Yeah, I mean, all different kinds of stuff. And you could just, I mean, Phil, it'd look amazing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's cool because it's like, yeah, dude, that's a whole sub theme inside the theme. And
it is really.
It's a well-made one. That's the other thing. Some of these Creator ones kind of hit, kind of don't. The theme park one, it is very curated to the theme park, and it could be a standalone theme.
Yeah, I mean, like, city should have a sub theme called amusement parks,
and just all the Creators stuff goes into that.
Yeah. I mean,
because
we've got the space roller coaster, but then we've also got the other one, the other themed one, which is the pirate
coaster. Yeah, this is a cool set too. I do like this one a lot. Yeah,
this is cool.
And again, you got the mini build. See the little balloon cart. So you start lining your little.
These are obviously like themed children's rides. Right. Which is cool because those are at every amusement park, every single one.
Also, is this technically the first remake of El Dorado Fortress?
I think so. Yeah.
Right over there. Yeah, on the end. No,
the Imperial Guard, right? Who knows?
You know, a set that kept catching my eye. I don't know if it's even around anymore, and maybe I should have added this one, but because you're right, some of the ones I added were a little off the beaten trail, but was the UFO ride that was on the back of that tractor trailer truck thing.
Oh yeah.
You remember that? It was
what
was cool about it was a carnival. So it was like you drive it in on the big truck and then you could open up the feet. And,
then you have the criminals come over and like work for $8 an hour to put them together and
exactly, dude.
Just like in the real world.
It's just like in the real world, man. I really like that, the little UFO ride.
Yeah.
I think that's it, again, it fits so well with this theme.
Well, yeah, I mean, you take that, and then you take all the little carousels that
Yep.
have come out over the years. You know, there's been a couple little tiny ones that came in some Christmas sets that could easily be built
Yep.
and recolored. You know,
Yep.
it's just, you know.
Also, there's been a couple gift with purchase little like carousel ride type things, like the little rocket thing and different things that you could add to that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Intense. I don't know if that's a black flag or a dark green flag over there. He's talking about the flag on the left top corner. Anybody know? I don't own this, so I don't know.
I think it's dark green. I would almost bet money that it's dark green because black flags are hard to find. But
I have a couple of them.
Yeah, I guess they're not like super, super rare, but they're a little more rare than others.
I like to mix the black and the blue for the Falcons.
Yes. I'm going to find out for you real quick, though. Also along the same train as what you're talking about, where there's these very intentional subcategories inside a creator that are clearly curated and built very carefully and with a lot of love, are homes, city homes, country homes, because city didn't have houses for like originally
very long time.
Originally it did. They had the little A-frames,
but there was
getaway houses.
There was like just a few though.
Yeah, well, there was a good like 5 or 6 of them over the course of the original city line. And then they all disappeared, and they disappeared for a very long time.
Yeah.
So Creator came in and they did the family home. They did the seasonal home, right, where you could do the different seasons around the home.
They have modern homes.
They did the modern homes. Yeah, they did. So they did a ton of homes and houses. And every city needs houses. That's what most of a city is. And city didn't provide any of that. So I think that's another very obvious theme or whatever running through Creator is these very, very nice, actually, builds of these different homes. And what's fun about the home builds is you could buy 1 or 2 of them and build 1 or 2 different styles of home with the same set.
Because Creator provided that to you right out of the box.
And they're pretty well done. They're not just like scrapped together usually.
Yeah, there's a few. I have quite a few of them because I was on a bender for buying just sets, period.
Yep.
And this was before I got on Bricklink, before I even knew what Bricklink was. So I was just like, "Ooh, this thing has red roof tiles. I'll get 4 of those. Let me just stockpile that."
Right.
You know, and I ended up buying one. I'd end up buying one and building it, and then the others I just leave in the box until I needed them. Sure.
I was at the garage sale last summer, or this summer actually. It was earlier in the year, and I found one of the larger Creator sets, houses. It was the one with the light up chandelier in the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
yeah, for $10.
Holy crap!
Whole thing, dude. The dark red roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, $10.
My favorite one is the dark red roof one. It's white, and it comes with a little grill on the side with the light box.
Dude, yes.
It's like got like hot dogs, and I think there's like a lawnmower or something.
That's a really good one too.
Yeah, I've got a couple of that one.
Yeah, no, the houses in the Creator line are a lot of fun.
Yeah, which brings me to my last one that I wanted to mention. I have both of these.
Yeah.
The Treehouse Adventures and Treehouse Treasures.
I think I have the Treehouse Adventures as well.
So I love both of these.
Yeah.
The reason I bought the Treehouse Adventures was because it came with a paint roller.
Yeah, right. I love that.
And then the reason I bought the Treehouse Treasures was because it came with the printed wood tiles.
Oh, that's right.
Now, I love both of them. Okay? But if you can take your little imagination, spin it around and spit it back out in the castle world.
Yeah.
Change a couple colors around, you got yourself a couple of Forceman little setups.
Oh, that's fun.
You take that little house, you change the little white house on the one to like a brown, gray stone, maybe just make it brown like it was carved out.
Yeah.
Right? Wonderful little addition to your Forceman. And then the other one is so close to the original concept of the Forceman's Crossing that you could find some kind of a way, you know, where you could actually incorporate the leaves and you know whatnot instead of
put a couple more branches on it.
Yeah, instead of the brick tile, you know, the brick leaves or whatever.
Sure.
But I love both of these sets. One is because when I was a kid, you know, this was like, you know, the outside play.
Yep.
Was a thing when I was a kid, where it isn't like that today.
We used to actually go outside back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was, I mean, I did this kind of stuff, you know. Same. I was a pirate one afternoon. I was Robin Hood the other afternoon, you know what I mean? So these really kind of were cool.
We built so many forts, man.
And when you were a kid, like if you found a paint roller that you could use that you weren't going to get in trouble for using it, you would keep it in your clubhouse.
Yeah, we would always
as like an item that you had. Yep. Right? Because as a kid with no money, I mean, you find a rock that looks cool, and that bitch is going into the clubhouse.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like anything.
Well, you know, it's fun because like it's a good point. When we were growing up, we did the same. We lived in the woods, and so me and the neighbor kids, we would get together and build these forts, right?
Yeah.
And it was very similar to those video games you think of now, where you go through the world and you collect things, and it's like an open world, and you have like an inventory, right? Well, kids did that. I don't know if they do anymore, but we used to.
In real life. Yeah, kids did that in real life back then.
We would collect an inventory and store it in our fort, and it would be cool rocks. It would be...
I had a piece of rope that I had found, twine or whatever, with probably 400 or 500 bottle, like can toppers.
Okay.
And I was like, this is a necklace.
Yep.
It has meaning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was, and to now looking back, it was just trash. But when you're a kid, it was something.
Exactly.
Because you had imagination and you could do whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah. So I like that. And I like that, bringing that experience into these sets here. Like,
it's great that Lego is exploiting that in these with the random trinkets that are coming in the sets. Mm-hmm. You know, the kid's got a pirate hat. He's got a map that he clearly like drew himself.
Right.
You know, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Right.
A little teddy bear.
Yeah, a little teddy
bear's
bear
hanging off the front as the figurehead. I mean, we did that stuff, right? Stuff a teddy bear up in front of a tree log, and we're sailing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I like that. That's really cool. And yeah, I think you're right. I think it's cool that Lego recognized that. So someone at Lego or someone, you know, in there had grown up in a similar fashion with these forts and these trees in their backyards and stuff. And they created these sets based on that experience. So I like that. Also, it is a black flag, by the way, on that other set. Just so you know.
Yeah. It's a black flag.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got off on a tangent here. I wanted to point out this because my wife was also very imaginative and wild in the backyard. She said, I found an old rusty metal ruler and I used to cut through the woods in my wooded base.
Use it as a sword.
Like like a machete.
Yep. That's awesome.
It's because every item when you're a kid filled with imagination, every item is something.
You know how many sticks I picked up that look just like blunderbusses and flintlock pistols?
Dude, I know. I had a wooden stick gun before. Trust me. Then I upgraded to the rubber band one, and then I thought I was hot shit.
Oh yeah, and then you get the cap guns.
Yeah,
a little puff of smoke. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So those do bring back memories. These Lego sets, they're fun. I like it.
Yeah. So I had to bring these two in. These are, you know, again, great additions to. They're fillers. You know. They're great filler sets. Yep. I mean, the overall creator theme is it should be called filler.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the ultimate extras theme.
It is, and it's good every year. I mean, I've probably got 30 or 40 of them that are like honorable mention. Just right off the top of my head, I wanted to mention the vintage motorcycle that came out last year. I have it built right over here on the shelf.
Okay.
The brick built parrots. There was the first one, then the pink one came out.
I almost included those, man.
There's the little birds with the birdhouse.
Oh yeah,
those are they're super super cool sets. Yeah. You know, there's some super cool ones like that are just like, God, that's just so great.
The tiger was impressive too.
The tiger was okay, but everybody exploited the fucking butthole.
Oh yeah,
all over Instagram.
That was too far, bro.
I kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. So
yeah,
I was
now I don't want the tiger.
I'm not buying the tiger.
Yeah, out of principle.
Flower butthole. Yeah,
out of principle.
Yeah, out of principle, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, that's fair. Another one, what was cool when they came out with the Mars rover. Do you remember that? The little like space, like almost marooned space guy, and he had like a Mars vehicle that he lived in, and it came with a little alien. So that again, filler for the space theme. Even if it was a city space theme, you could still have incorporated that into the spaceport.
Yeah, there's been several shuttles. Oh,
yeah.
Here's one right here.
Oh, well, they also did. Yeah, and then
I actually bought several of these.
Well, that's a phenomenal little shuttle.
Yeah, I bought several of these. I built one myself. It's over here. It's actually right here, the built version.
Yeah, that's
a great little set. I bought this because I had a son, and this is for him.
Nice.
When he's old enough to build it, it'll be one of his first Lego sets.
That's great.
Yeah, and I mean it's a lot of great space stuff. Shuttles, variational shuttles.
They did the robot flyer with the classic, kind of almost classic robot head, the transparent one. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, the moral of the story here is Creator is something great. I mean, every year we've got like, I don't know, there's probably like 10 or 15 sets that like only a 5-year-old would want.
Sure. Yeah.
But then there's like there's like 5 that are like make every adult question whether, okay, should I buy that? Because I'm kind of drawn to it.
Yeah. It always catches you off guard because no one's like, oh, what's my favorite theme? Oh, it's Creator. It's like, it's that theme that just like sneaks up on you, and then you're like, dude, I need that.
Yeah, that's what I said about the parrots. The parrot. I had to have the parrots. I wanted the parrots. I don't know why.
To clarify, we don't count if the build is specifically an animal. That doesn't count as a brick built. It's not a brick built animal. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
but
that's just art with Lego at that point.
That's an actual set. Because I was gonna say they've done some actually cool dinosaurs and some dragons and stuff too.
Yeah.
In Creator, so it's when you add a brick built animal next to a minifig scale set with minifigs in it, that's where we start to have some issues.
Right.
Anyway, just to clarify, in case we needed to. Yeah.
So Creator's awesome. Every year I look forward to what they come out with in Creator.
Yeah.
We could talk about Creator for 30, 40 hours, no problem, because there's just so many and so many cool.
Yeah, you could at this point too, like you could break up Creator into at least 4 separate videos. The houses, the entertainment, because there's even 2 or 3 Creator sets that you can add to your Winter Village. There's a ski chateau one,
there's a bunch. There's a bunch. Creator is kind of like the ultimate Lego theme.
Kind of, yeah.
Where it just kind of encompasses a little bit of everything.
But I think it's not that it's underrated. It's just not talked about. People don't think about it. It's just there, Yeah. So I think it's fun to be able to really dig into it. It's a cool theme.
Very.
Also, back in like the late 90s, there was a series of video games of Creator video games from Lego.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the Lego. They actually did Lego Creator theme park. So it was like it was like a Lego version of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
That's cool.
And, it was actually really fun. And you could get the little mini like Lego roller coasters, and they were all in like castle and pirate themes and stuff like that. And then they did Lego Creator Harry Potter, Lego Creator Castle, Lego Creator, it was called Lego Creator, and it was just a building game where you just build stuff. Some of them were trash. Like, I'm not going to say these were the best games ever made. They were old games, so they didn't quite have everything figured out. But that is an interesting
cool novelty.
Yeah, history of Lego Creator made these video games and incorporated a lot of really kind of fun stuff from the Lego themes into them. So just random thought about that.
Alternate candidate said, Creator video games? Rabbit hole, here I come.
Dude, I'm just look them up. I actually own, I should have grabbed, I don't have them here at the house, but I own the original boxes, like the big boxes with the disc, would slide into the bigger facade box, basically, and then the like manual would be inside. I have a lot of the boxes from those old games.
That's
so
cool.
And they have the little flap that opens and shows you like screenshots of the game inside. My favorite was the Lego Island. It was Legoland Creator or whatever, and you could build a little like roller coaster tycoon thing.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, I give Creator as a theme, I guess it would be its own theme, Creator. The basic Creator. We're not talking about Creator Expert, just Creator. I would have to say it's a 10 out of 10 overall.
Yeah.
Obviously you get a lot of the little tiny brick built things that are a little weird. But as I remember being a little kid, getting the first Lego sets where it was like 10 pieces and it like made like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those Creator sets, but those are the ones that create the initial imagination, I think.
I think so. I think you had a good
youthful mind, not understanding how anything works, and it's like, oh, there's this piece can go on this piece and it makes this. It's like the first gear turning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I agree. I think you made a great point about it being keeping the classic feel of Lego alive.
Yeah.
And then to tail onto that, I think it also opens even adult fans' eyes to the possibilities of Lego with the 3-in-1. Like, a lot of people don't really think beyond what they purchase and put together. And so to see a theme that literally gives you 3 images on the box, I think that really opens the door for mock building and creativity like tenfold, as opposed to just a TIE fighter from Star Wars, and that's all you can build.
Well, and those of us that are actually collectors, you get to a point where you're like, okay, I like all these builds. I need all 3. So you buy 3 of them.
Yep. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that.
I know that the Galaxy Explorer was not a Creator set, but there was 3 versions, and I bought 3 of the ship so I could build all 3 versions because I just had to have them.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's almost like a bridge between Icons and Creator because of those 3 other builds you could do, or the 2 other builds.
Yeah.
Or is it 3 other? It was 2 other. The main
2
one.
Other, 3 total. Yeah, they went down in size each time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Creator is the pillar that holds up the roof. It's like, what's that image of? Is it Apollo who holds the world on his back? I can't remember the name of the Greek god, but it's that.
I can't remember.
Lego's the world, right? Lego, all the other themes of the world, and Creator's
the guy.
And if he goes, it all falls apart.
Yeah. Because you'd lose all your fillers.
You'd lose, yeah.
I mean, there's a shit ton of fillers.
Yeah. So, good theme all overall. Like you said, 10 out of 10. It's a very solid theme. Atlas. Oh, duh. I need more caffeine. I'm gonna blame that one on me not drinking enough caffeine today. How about that?
Right. All right, man. Well, that has been a video of Let's Talk About Lego Creator.
Yeah. Hit a like, hit a follow, drop a super chat next time. We forgot to mention we got super chat. So if you guys want to have your chat all happy and cool, you can donate. We'll do that next time. We forgot about that. But thanks for joining, guys.
Yeah. Did we decide on what we were going to talk about next week?
Oh, I thought we did last week, and I can't remember what we said.
I think we did, and I also don't remember.
I think Andrew Auburn, who jumps in here, he might have even been here. He'd still be here, but he messaged me on Instagram talk about divers. He's buying them up now. He's getting into it. He'd love to hear another talk about divers. I know we did a pretty in-depth one way back on Instagram, but that is a fun theme to touch again.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. We do have a couple of other classic space themes though too.
I'm down to do Explorians.
We will pick something and surprise you next Monday.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Enjoy your Labor Day.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Drink a beer or whatever. Take a kick back a little bit.
And I actually do appreciate, even if you guys are not commenting directly to the topic that we're talking about, I enjoy seeing you guys communicate in the chat about various other things as well. Yeah. Because, it's kind of like the community, right?
Oh, and let's
The
give
Lego
a shout out.
community.
Yeah, I agree. I totally support that, and I think that's really cool to see. Also, give a shout out to people who don't comment. You know, sometimes you just want to listen and sit and watch and experience that. You're in
Yeah.
here too, and we love it. There's actually a
Yeah.
good chunk that come through as we're doing these, and so we thank you for being here as well. It's really nice to see you. So
it's good across the board. So we got Space Police 2 is being put in here. That's a good one. I wouldn't mind talking about that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We did
Got
Space
that
Police
Solar
1.
Snooper in there.
I think we did. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, dude. Solar Snooper is so
Galactic
good.
Mediator.
How is that so good, dude? Those names are so good.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we'll go between Divers and Space Police 2. I don't know which one, but whatever one we do, we'll do the other one the following week. How about that?
Sounds great, man.
All right. Awesome. See you guys. Thanks all for joining.
Thanks so much, Andrew. Have a good night.
Talk to you guys soon.